concerning a situation, concerning somebody, and saying it doesn't make you a prophet. Number 2, seeing what God is revealing to you in the realm of the spirit and telling the person who is concerned doesn't make you a prophet. One of the most essential gifts of a prophet, and one of the most essential gifts that make you a prophet, is your prophetic utterance. The way you say what you see, the way you say what you hear, this is what makes you a prophet. Your revelation can be very accurate, and it is God who is revealing it to you, but the way you say it can make people condemn it. Number 2, what God is showing you is accurate. What you are seeing is very perfect, and what you are hearing is very accurate, but the way you say it can make you a false prophet. The way you say it can make people to choose either to believe or to condemn. So prophetic utterance is one of the most essential gifts every unique prophet must have. The reason why a lot of prophets become a local champion or a local prophet is because they don't know prophetic utterances. It is one thing for God to reveal to you, and it is another thing for God to speak to you. And it is another thing for you to choose how to communicate what God is revealing to you. It is another thing for you to know how to say what God has told you. That is why one of the most important gifts you have to pray for as a prophet is the utterances. How to say what you see, how to say what you hear. About 5 years ago, I had a police case because I met a young girl in town, and it's somebody that I know because she used to visit some of my conference, so I know her. And when I look at her, I told her that, my daughter, you are planning to sit for NOVDEC, and it's a long time I've seen you at some of my program. And she said yes, she's planning to write a NOVDEC. She wrote it so many times she failed, so this time around she's very serious, and that's okay. But I see something that the enemy is planning against you. Something that the enemy is planning against you. And I want you to come and see me for me to deal with it for you. There is a very serious attack the enemy is planning against you. And I want you to come and see me for me to help you. Because if you don't come and see me for me to help you, it will happen in such a way that you end up not writing the NOVDEC. That is number 1. And number 2, you end up leaving your parents in the city of Accra, going to your village. And number 3, you end up becoming a lifetime enemy to your biological parent. Then she said, okay, Papa, I'll come and see you. When are you available? And I told her the time she should come and see me, and she left. The following day, I was in the house, and a police came and knocked at my door. What happened? They said I should come. And I followed. I entered the car, and I went to the police station. And the lady and the mom were there. And they said I should narrate what happened. And I said, I didn't do anything wrong. I just met her. She used to attend my programs. And I told her what the Lord told me concerning her. And I told her to come and see me so that I can help her deal with what the enemy has planned. And the mother said, I caused fear and panic because it was left with about a week for the daughter to go and write NOVDEC. And the prophecy I gave is making the daughter not to concentrate. The daughter is crying every day and a whole lot of challenges. And you know, when it comes to Africa and you are a man of God, you have problem with the police. They always want to find ways and means to condemn you, to destroy your integrity, to let the whole world know that you have prophesied. And you are not just a man of God, you call yourself a prophet. Your case is very worse. So I was there and they said I should narrate what happened. And when I was narrating what I told the lady, they were asking me a lot of questions. What shows you are a true prophet? What shows that it was God who tell you? And a whole lot of things. So I said, please, doing the what? I can write my own statement. So give me the pen and the paper. Let me write my own statement. So whilst I was writing my own statement, I had a revelation about the police inspector. So I told everybody around that, please, excuse me, can I see you? After writing my statement. And I told him that you have a daughter that once upon a time, something will come upon her and she will collapse. And foams will be coming out of her mouth. And it will take hours for her to recover. And when she recovers, she can't say anything. She don't know what happened. And this thing has been happening for years when she was born. And he said, yes. And I said, okay, right now that I'm talking to you, your daughter at school has collapsed again. And they just call your wife. And your wife is trying to call you to tell you that she's going to pick your daughter from school. The moment I said from school, the wife called. And when the inspector was looking at the wife calling, she was tumbling. Said, Prophet, what should I do? What should I do? And I said, yes. It is not because of the prophecy I gave this lady that brought me here, but God intentionally sent me here by making you come to pick me from the house so that I can be a deliverer to your daughter. So, okay, if that is the case, I want to take you home for you to go and pray for my daughter. And I said, no, you don't need to take me to your house to pray for your daughter. Take me home. And when I get home, your daughter will be free. And you know, already there was a controversial prophecy about you. And this time around, instead of you following me to go to my house and pray for my daughter, you are giving another controversial prophecy again. Yes, this is the prophetic. So the man was watching me for more than a minute. And he said, okay, then let's go. Then he dropped me at home. He said, is that all? And I said, yes, it is well with you. Then the man left. 7 days later, that was Friday, I received a call from that inspector. And he said, Prophet, you can't believe it. You can't believe it. My daughter is free. My daughter is free. But there is a very serious case. And I said, what happened? He said, the woman who commanded us to come for you in the house came and reported her own daughter, and the daughter has been put to sale for stealing. And I said, what happened? I can't believe it. He said, yes. According to the mother said, more than years, anytime she puts some money down, the money will be missing. Half of the money will be gone. You know, part of the money will be missing. And this time around, over 20,000 Ghana cedis. Over 20,000 Ghana cedis got missing. And the woman said, no, this time around, I will not I will take this case very serious. So she started going to one herbalist, to another, one malam, to another, one witch doctor, to another, one shrine, to another, looking for her money. So at the end of the day, she went to a certain shrine. And the malam there said, there is something I can do for you to see the one who stole your money. And the woman said, yes, that is what I want. Then, according to the police, he said the malam did something for the woman and brought a certain mirror. And when the woman looked inside the mirror, he saw her biological daughter, her only daughter, and the boyfriend. And she couldn't believe it. So from there, she drove directly to the daughter's fiancé's house, boyfriend's house, and narrated everything that happened. And the boyfriend said, it is true. Your daughter brought me that money. From there, straight to the daughter's school with the police. Arrest her, brought her to sale. And she told the police that she should be here as many as you can keep her. I don't want to see her again. Now, prophecy came to pass. At the end of the day, when this lady was discharged, the parents said they don't want to see her again. So, without taking anything from her own house, her own parent house, from the sale, she went direct to her village, according to the prophecy. But hear this. If I were to be jailed or taken to sale or put to sale, it is my own fault. Despite the fact that the prophecy was a direct word from God, I lack prophetic utterance. The first thing you have to know as a prophet is that whom am I giving this prophetic word to? Whom am I giving this prophetic word to? That is where the prophetic utterance is very important. God told Nathan that Nathan, my servant David, had disappointed me. This and that is what he did. Now, Nathan, being a senior prophet who mastered prophetic utterance, knows that this prophecy is not for any ordinary person, it's for a king. So the only way I can communicate what God has told me to a king is to master my utterances, know how to construct my sentence, know how to speak. Because if you just go to the palace telling David, you David, God punish you for what you did, the armies of David would have risen against you and they will even kill you, despite the fact that what you are saying, it is God who told you, but you lack prophetic utterance. The reason why there are a lot of mess in the prophetic ministry is because we have boys and girls who have not mastered prophetic utterances prophesying. If you meet people of certain standard, you must be careful the way you construct your sentence. If you meet boys and girls, you must speak with a word, with a sentence, with a grammar, framing your sentence in such a way that they can well understand what you're saying. And if you meet people in certain level of authority, you must speak with wisdom, like Nathan. So prophesying is not a problem, but how to speak what the Lord is telling you, how to say what God is revealing unto you. Prophetic utterances. I pray for you today that anything the Lord has revealed to you, anything the Lord has shown you, you have divine connected to this prophetic mentorship. May the Lord put his word in your mouth, that anything he revealed to you, anything he has shown you, you have divine wisdom, having the ability to know how to construct it, having the ability and the boldness to speak it forth in wisdom and in power, in authority, loaded with divine illumination and understanding. I pray for you today, receive divine illumination, receive the prophetic utterances that will enable you to know what to say and how to say it. The prophetic wisdom, the prophetic word, the prophetic utterances that will enable you to speak out of season and in season, in the mighty name of Jesus. Let the word of your mouth come out with power. Let the word of your mouth come out with authority, in the mighty name of Jesus.